Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Cracked Open. Many people have been talking about the DLC content for Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and they got me hype about it too. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab it. Cost me about 10 bucks, not too bad. And I was thinking to myself, basically, the game, the way that it is really good, fun to play, and they couldn't possibly ruin the game, right? So, I mean, it could only get better. It's kind of hard to ruin this type of game, right? It's a good game. So I grabbed it, started playing it, and guys, it got better. You know, basically what they did was they added a survival mode and they added 2 new characters. They added Karai and Usagi. And what can I say? I think it makes sense. It provides a little more longevity to the game. And you know, it had the story mode before, which was cool, and you could play that multiplayer. But the survival mode really allows you to, you know, sometimes the story mode, you play it, and yeah, it's fun to play with your friends and stuff like that, but once you get to the story mode, you're done. Granted, I haven't got that deep into the game because I've been caught up in other games. So if I'm being fair and I'm being honest, I haven't sat down and played the game for hours and hours and know in the ins and outs of the game. I don't, so I can't say too much in that regard. But usually when you play these type of games that there's a story mode, once you get to the end, you get to the end, right? With this survivor mode, there's leaderboards, you know what I mean, and stuff to keep you engaged in the game. So it goes from a game that you might play once by yourself, and then when you're playing with friends, play multiplayer every now and then, to a game that you're most likely going to play more regularly because you know you can set high scores and stuff like that, right? So they improved on the game, and they made it a game that you're gonna want to play more than once a year, which I think is great. You know, they basically gave you a game within the game, or like a little mini arcade right in your room. So I think that's really great. Now in the survival mode, basically what you're doing here is you're collecting crystals, and these crystals allow you to move through dimensions and stuff like that. So you're gonna notice you're in different places, like here we're in Edo, and then the next one, you know, you might be like in a comic book, stuff like that, right? So again, I haven't gotten too far, so I haven't seen everything, but so far I like it, what I've seen. It can be tricky, it can be a little difficult if you're not used to playing games like this, because it's a lot going on at once on the screen. You're always on your toes, and every enemy that pops up, they don't really give you a chance to relax, you know. So, and every enemy that shows up, they have their own unique weapons, attacks, stuff like that, ways to get you. So in this game in particular, so far I find that it's probably better if you learn one character. I mean, unless you want to mash buttons, you could definitely mash buttons, but I don't think you're gonna get that far doing that. You really gotta be aware of what's going on the screen so that you can adjust and adapt as things are happening, developing. So, you know, what's cool is that they add 2 new characters with their own style and stuff like that. Each character has their own special techniques and stuff like that. So you get to choose the character that you like and the one that you find easiest to use or most efficient to use, or however you like to pick your characters. And you could get to learn that character and go from there, see how far you can get, right? Yeah, so like I said, you get the crystals, you're traveling through dimensions, and as well, you can also get power-ups and stuff like that that allow you to do things like morph into other characters. You could even play as bosses, you could play as Shredder and stuff like that. And yeah guys, like I like that. I think that's real fun. Shredder's real strong actually. If you ever get a chance to become Shredder, I say be Shredder. He's real strong. Yeah, he hits the enemies, they die like right away, right? And at first, I think if I'm not mistaken, I was hitting guys with like big hammers and guys with the shields and stuff like that, and he was just busting them up. Usually you have to roll behind them or grab them and throw them when they put their shields up, or when they're powering up to swing like a big hammer or something at you. You really can't do much to them. You can hit them, but they're still gonna get off. So yeah, I like Shredder for that reason. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Oh, another thing is obviously it's survival mode, so you get one chance to play through the game and see how far you can get. So you have to remember that, guys. The good thing is that when you get a chance to morph into different characters, you each character that you choose, each character. So like say you're playing with Usagi, right? And then you morph into Shredder. Shredder has his own health bar. So if you die with Shredder, you're gonna go back to being Usagi, and whatever health you had with Usagi before you morphed into Shredder, you're back to that now. So you can kind of play with that strategically as well. I like that. I think that's cool. I think that makes sense, right? Because it's not an easy game. So that's kind of a way to extend your health bar and give you some time and opportunity to set up strategy in the game. I think that's fun. And yeah, guys, there's all kinds of power-ups. You don't get a lot of health boxes, so don't depend on those. Like those pizza boxes that give you health, they don't come up a lot, but they do come up. So I wouldn't depend on that too much. And remember that the goal is to fill up your crystal bar at the bottom right hand in the corner. If you're gonna see a bar where you have to get a certain amount of crystals and it fills up, because that's pretty much like the purpose of what like the goal is, for you to acquire as much crystals as you can so that you can travel through dimensions and do all that kind of stuff. So you got to pay attention as you're playing the game and you're busting these guys up. You know, you got to pay attention to the goal of the game and stuff like that as well at the same time, right? So it's not only a beat 'em up, you got to really, it's a little bit of a thinker and a strategic game as well too, which I like. I think that's fun. I think it's a different, you know, it's just a little different than the average beat 'em up that I've played so far. But anyways, guys, I think that's all I got for now on this. If you've already played the DLC, bought the DLC and tried it, what do you think about it? If you haven't and you're watching this video, are you planning on getting the DLC at all? Or do you think you'll go, you know, you can go without it? You know, let me know what you guys think. I think it's worth it. I think now I have something that I can sit down and play, and it's just gonna help, you know, it's something where it's like I can beat my score, do better than I did the last time type of thing. And these type of games and these type of modes in the game, like survival mode, really never gets old. Never gets old. You know, now you can play online, or you could have friends over and you guys can see, you know, who can survive. You know, it's just a little extra oomph to the game, and I really, really like it. Another layer to the game that you can enjoy, and again, longevity, right? The game will be played, I think, more often and for much more years to come just by adding this mode, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for now. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, shall you later.